channel. I have a should you melt this video. I have quite a bit of empties here. This is for the past 2 weeks. And when I go 2 weeks in between filming these, I definitely accumulate quite a bit. But before I get into my empties, I do want to share something with you really quickly, which was very sweet. So Erica from Second and Spruce, on one of my prior Should You Melt This videos, I was talking about how I had melted her scent Gingerbread Village while I had a Bath and Body Works candle in my candle crock. It's White Winter Woods. I have the like empty candle here. And I commented that kind of the outdoorsy, warm, tree, woodsy scent of this candle just combined so well with her Gingerbread Village scent. I don't have the scent notes for Gingerbread Village handy, but anyhow, I commented how it smelled like fantastic together, and I was like, oh, next fall I'm gonna see if she can maybe do a combination of the two scents. Well, she commented on my video saying that, oh, she had Winter White Woods, and so she was gonna try to make it for the next ready to ship. And she was supposed to have that ready to ship, I believe early January, like around January 6th or so. And then she had to postpone it. She said she was having issues with the website, so it never happened. Well, then, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, roughly, I got an email notification that I had a box that was being shipped to me from Second and Spruce. So I was like, I messaged Eric. I was like, did you send me something? And so she said that, yeah, she wanted to send me the tub of the scent that was inspired by me, which I thought was sweet, of the Gingerbread Village with Winter White Woods. And so she said she thought she'd like me to try it, give her my thoughts. She also, so in the package, which I thought, oh my God, that's like amazing. Like, what an amazing vendor, such a sweet person. I don't know Erica other than just now starting to buy her wax very recently, but you know, every interaction I've seen her have with people, she's very, very sweet. So I thought that was like really cool. So she sent me a tub, and it is layered. It's the Gingerbread Village, which I don't have the scent notes for, but Winter White Woods. And so I have this, plus I pulled out my empty candle. Like the jar, it's empty. I've dumped out the wax, but you can still kind of smell it to compare. So, and I did already kind of comment to her about this, but I am going to melt this as well to see how it does on warm. So it smells really good. I would say that the Winter White Woods, oh, and she included kind of a note in the box that said she never had the candle before, so she didn't have anything to compare it to. She just knew that her supplier said it was supposed to be a dupe. It's not an exact dupe. I do think sometimes it is hard to get exact dupes of the Bath and Body Works candles, but it is still really good. I do think, so the blue is the Winter White Woods, and it's also hard to kind of just smell that scent compared to like with the gingerbread in there. I feel like it might be a little bit fresher than the actual Winter White Woods candle. Like I feel like this one might be a little bit warmer with a little bit of a sweetness, not like sugary sweet, but you know, sometimes those outdoorsy woodsy scents can have like just a general sweetness to them, but it's still really good. And I'm really excited to melt this. Yeah, I'm still super excited to have this. So I don't know, Erica, if you'll watch this video, but thank you so much. So I'm planning to kind of let this cure maybe for another couple weeks, and then melt some of it this winter still. So, and see how it does on warm, and I'll let Erica know, and I'm sure I'll talk about it at some point in one of these videos. I told her, I was like, I don't have any more of the candle left. If I did, I would have totally sent her a chunk, because this is a fantastic scent. So if a vendor can find a dupe of the scent, like that would be fantastic. So it's close, not exact, but also I want to let it cure and also melt it and see how it does. So I just thought I would share that with you guys really quickly before I jumped into my empties. And so let me go ahead and get started. Like I said, I do have quite a few empties. I have them laid out by vendor in front of me as pretty typical fashion. I melt through a lot of different vendors each time I do one of these videos. I usually don't focus on just one vendor. I might start doing some of that in the coming weeks, as I know I have orders coming in for specific vendors where I need to make some room in my collection. So you might see a little bit heavier melting for certain vendors. And one in particular, these past couple weeks, I did put some focus on Teddy Bees, just because I had or I still have a few. I have a few Teddy Bees from 2021 that I really want to try to use up all my 2021 Teddy Bees wax. And I only have a handful of 2022. I'm not as concerned about the 2022 because I think that'll still last until kind of this fall or Christmas. But I definitely want to use up her 21. So I have focused on that a bit. So I'll go ahead and start with Teddy Bees then. Now, not all of this that I finished is from 2021, I will say. I did finish this sample in I Heart Vanilla Palo Santo. I Heart Vanilla is a nice vanilla blend. I know it has Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds in it. I don't remember what else is in there, but I love I Heart Vanilla. With the Palo Santo, this smells so amazing. This was a sample I just got in my, I think, ready to ship. So it wasn't cured very long, but it still smells fantastic. I think what I'm learning is I like Palo Santo when it's blended with like sweeter scents versus like fresh or outdoorsy scents, unless the outdoorsy fresh scent has like some sweetness to it. So this is definitely one I would look at picking up again, or picking up from Teddy Bees. The other two, yeah, let's see. So this one is not from 2021, but it was one that I wanted to melt because I was trying to pull some Teddy Bees into my nighttime melting basket. So this is Royal Pink, which is pink sugar, buttery toffee, buttercream, fluffy white cake, and sugar cookies. So I think it's pink sugar with cupcakes at Tiffany's, and then I don't know if she must also put like white cake and sugar cookies in it, but it's mostly kind of like a pink sugar cupcakes at Tiffany's type blend. I did really enjoy this one. It smells nice. I can't really smell it too much now in the bag, but this is from February of 2023. And I only melted this in my bedroom. So I melted it probably like a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 times in my bedroom. It's just a nice kind of that sweet cupcakes at Tiffany's bakery with like a little bit of pink sugar. So I'd probably get this again, maybe in like a similar size. This is nothing that I feel like I have to have a ton of, but I did enjoy it. Now, one of my favorites that I've been melting is my Tub of Holiday. This is from her last pre-order. So it was poured on September 23rd. It says 2022, but that is not correct. It was 2023 because I just got it in my this last pre-order from her. Fantastic blend. This is the scent of wreaths hanging, cookies baking, winter garland, and a warm fireplace. It's that wreaths scent. Yeah, that wreaths winter garland scent is pepperberry wreath that you can see in blends or as standalone scents from other vendors. I absolutely love it, but I really love it blended with the kind of warm fireplace and the sugar cookie, kind of that gives it that warmth, that comforting smell. So this has not cured obviously a long time. This is from like I said, the end of September last year. So just a few months, but this actually has been this has performed pretty well. I do have a loaf of this as well that I am going to let sit now for this next Christmas holiday season because I'm excited to see how it does after it's cured for a while. But this performed really well. I melted a couple times in my open concept, several times here in my bedroom. I actually just finished it up here in my bedroom right now, so it's going here in my bedroom, a few times in my office. So really love this scent. And it is similar to Sassy Girl Aroma Christmas at Santa's. So I thought that Christmas at Santa's from Sassy Girl Aroma was a house blend, but now it makes me wonder if it's a single fragrance oil that they're both using for these, because they're so similar. I feel like unless they were intentionally trying to duplicate one another or whatever, or duplicate another scent, I'm not aware of this being anything out in the retail world, but correct me if I'm wrong. It makes me wonder if it's just like a single scent oil out there that they're using. But either way, it's fantastic. Love it. Definite repurchase for me. Then the other Teddy Bees that I finished now is a handful of bags here. And these are all, I think, from 2021. Yeah, all from 2021. So this first one here is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This is the smell of fresh baked cookies, candy canes, and Christmas trees. This is really good. She has a lot of different blends of like cookie, tree, and mint. I feel like I have a couple in here that have some slight variations on them, but this one is good. I feel like on warm, I got more of the mint. I think I got the mint the most. The tree was just a little bit there in the background, and then I think the cookie was just sweetening it up a little bit. But yeah, I really do enjoy this scent. This is something that I think I would get probably just in like no bigger than like probably a tub in the future, but I did enjoy this one. And it was good performance. And all of these I've melted kind of over the past year or two. So none of these were they full, and then I completely melted them in the past 2 weeks. This next one here is Over the Hill and Through the Woods. This is Christmas Trees and Cream blended with warm apple cider. Now her Christmas Trees and Cream blend is not like my favorite. I just feel like you don't get a lot of the tree note in it. Although I can smell it a bit more in this one. So this is a good scent. I feel like you do get a good amount of that warm apple cider, but it doesn't overpower the scent. You get like a good combination of kind of the Christmas Trees and Cream with the warm apple cider. This is one, again, I would buy as well. And these are her chunk bags that she no longer does. This next one here is Crushed Candy Canes and Christmas Trees and Cream. You can see I think I got like into the hype of all the Christmas Trees and Cream blends, although I feel like there's other tree scents that she has now that I prefer over her Christmas Trees and Cream. So this is Fresh Pine Boughs, Vanilla Sugar Waffle, and Rich Vanilla Buttercream layered with crushed candy canes. In this, you get mostly the candy canes. I feel like that definitely overpowers the Christmas Trees and Cream, but you get a little bit of it. Still really enjoyed it, but definitely heavier on the candy cane, but that's a good one. And then the last one here is the Long Farewell. This is Palo Santo, Twilight Woods, Pink Sugar with a hint of lavender and vanilla. This is just like such a beautiful scent. It is so pretty. It tends to lean a little bit perfumey near the end, but there is some sweetness to this from like the pink sugar. You get some of that like relaxing note of the lavender vanilla. But I think when you smell this, it's not like I smell it and think, oh, there's Palo Santo, there's pink sugar. Like I don't distinctly smell each of these scent notes. I feel like they blend together so well to just make this beautiful, kind of comforting, slightly perfumey, sweetened scent. Just really pretty. So this is definitely one I would purchase again. Probably none of these in loaves, but all like souffles or tubs. They're all good. Let's see. I don't have any particular order, but I have the Bathing Garden here. As per usual, I melted several samples from the Bathing Garden. I'm just trying to work through them. I'll talk about the ones that stood out to me. So the Tree Farm is one that I just got in my last order from the Bathing Garden. This is Crisp Pine Needles, Sweet Balsam, Warm Fir, Cedar, and Apples. This was just a beautiful Christmas tree type scent. Decent performance. It was just a little tree, and I could smell it for a few hours. I think I put it here in my bedroom along with like a bakery scent. So I enjoyed that. That's actually a scent I would get from her again. This next one here is Almond Gingerbread Cookie. I didn't have the scent notes for this, but basically it smelled like a little bit like an almond cookie along with like a gingerbread cookie. This on warm, the gingerbread definitely overpowered this scent. And it was quite spicy. So it's pretty much just like a spicy gingerbread scent. I don't feel like I was really getting the almond in that one. And I'm loving almond scents right now. And then the other three, November's Pumpkin. I put this in my laundry room. I don't really remember how it smelled. This is from 2021, and I do feel like the Bathing Garden samples do better when you melt them sooner rather than later, but I do love this scent in general. I do have this scent in my collection. I melted Kiss the Toad. I think I put this in my office. It's apple juice, lime, raspberry, toasted butterscotch, almond, and dark caramel. This was kind of like a bright fruity mixed with like kind of a really decadent bakery. It was an interesting blend. It was enjoyable. I don't know that I feel like I would need to get it again. It kind of made it lean almost like a toffee apple, caramel apple type scent. So it was okay. It performed well. And the last one was The Sweetest Thing. I put this in my laundry room. This is red berries. I have a cat fur on it. Red berries, cherries, peaches, citrus, a faint hint of a walk in the garden. Okay, finally got the cat fur off. That is what happens when you have pets sometimes. But this one I put in my laundry room and I don't remember how it smelled. And that happens a lot with like my laundry room. But this, even though it's called The Sweetest Thing, this is more of like a bright kind of fruity floral type scent, but without any of the sweetness that you would expect from a fruity scent. So that's just based on what it smells like in the bag. I don't remember how it performed, unfortunately, in the laundry room, which I try not to judge scents too much on how they do in the laundry room, just because I don't often go back into there, or sometimes they just kind of get lost in there. Okay, so then I finished a few bags from I Heart Wax. I've really been enjoying I Heart Wax. As I've talked about in prior videos, she's been around for a long time, but she took a few different breaks due to personal life stuff. And she came back recently, and I started ordering a lot from her. I have another haul I actually need to do, and I've really been enjoying her stuff. Her bakery, I think, so Audra is the owner. Her bakery is fantastic. Like, I think that is her strong suit. She also has some fantastic fall scents. I'd love to see her get more into like winter Christmas tree type scents. I did get a couple from her. I haven't melted them yet for this last December, so we'll see. I'll probably try to melt some of those this winter. And then I'll kind of see how she does with like her fruity type fresh scents. But she does have a lot of really good scents. So anyhow, but I think bakery is like her strong suit. So this first one it was a bag of lavender marshmallow. This one was not the strongest of the lavender marshmallows. I like definitely a little bit more of an herbal kind of strong lavender. This one did well. This was kind of like a medium. So I'd say like for lavender blends, she's probably not my favorite vendor for lavender, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that I don't love her wax still, because like for example, Dessa's is not someone I go to for kind of my like nighttime melt scents. But she is like super strong in like fall Christmas scents. So each vendor, a lot of times you find that different vendors have just different things that they are really good at, and I buy from them for those things they're really good at. So for I Heart Wax, love her bakery, love her pink sugar. She has a handful of other types of scents that I really do love, and I love the fact that you can do customs and her prices are really reasonable. But her lavenders are just like okay for me. So, but I did finish this lavender marshmallow. I also finished, it was like a big sleigh, like Santa's sleigh and Christmas tree cake. So I have this scent from a few different vendors, and I was like, okay, let me see, kind of melt it and see what I think. So this just says a custom cake blend. So she doesn't say what's in it, but oh my gosh, this was so good. When I was melting this, my niece came in to the house and she said, it smells like you're baking something. So she thought this smelled like we were baking something. And then my mom commented, she's like, it smells like you're baking something. It has like kind of some caramel on it, but like not ooey gooey caramel. I think that it smelled more like, to me, it's more like, smelled kind of like you're baking a cake and like you're prepping like a rich buttercream or something. That's what it smelled like kind of to me. It was delicious, strong throw. I took this shape and I chopped it up into, did I do 6 pieces? I either did 6 pieces or 8 pieces. I can't remember if I put some in my office warmers at the same time. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll just stick them in my office so that, because a lot of times the scents waft out of my office into the like living area. But this would be an absolute repurchase from I Heart Wax. Performed great, smelled fantastic. No almondy undertones to it. It was really truly like a cake and like an icing buttercream type scent. Then the last one that I finished from I Heart Wax, this was a custom order I did. I think my first custom order. This is Amish friendship bread and cookies for Aspen. And cookies for Aspen is buttercream cookies, ice cream scoop bread, and zucchini bread. This, I think I had like 6 shapes in here. I've melted this, I think at least once in my open concept, I think 1 time in my bedroom, and then a couple times in my office. And all of her shapes, I will cut them at least in half because they're a decent size. They're a little too big for a warmer. Fantastic. Like cookies for Aspen in particular, super strong, super delicious. She has a good zucchini bread. It's just sweet and bakery heaven. Like this is definitely, I would get this scent again. And then I would also love to do more blending with her cookies for Aspen. It was just fantastic and super strong. Okay, so some Dessas. So I finished 2 things in Cinnabon. One was her, whatever she calls these, like snap bars, breakaway bars, and then also a sample in Cinnabon. This snap bar was from March of 23, and this sample was from what I just got in my recent order from her. I love Cinnabon. This is such a delicious sweet cinnamon bakery type scent. I just chopped this one up and put it in all my warmers in my living room. And then like my open concept, I should say, 6 warmers. Yeah, 6, there's 7 pieces. And rather than have like 1 piece left over, I have like a really large hot plate warmer that I think what I did, I think I took like the 7th piece, cut it in half and put it like, so there's a piece and half in 2 different warmers. Smells fantastic, filled the whole area. And then this one I put in my laundry room. So I don't often do bakery in my laundry room, but if it's like a spicy bakery, I will. Now this is a good sweet cinnamon bakery. It is not like spicy cinnamon bakery. So really enjoyed this one. This one will always be a repurchase. And I think I have more in the recent haul that I did. I think, do I? Or maybe not. I don't remember, but it's great with blends too. It's definitely something I'll buy again. The other one I did is this was one of her mini custom loaves. She calls it like Build-A-Bar, I think. This was Autumn Equinox and Christmas Tree Farm. So Autumn Equinox is beach nights, vanilla voodoo, and I think white birch, I think is what it is. And her vanilla voodoo has like vanilla birch and other like kind of vanilla tree type scents in it. Fantastic. This blend, now I would say this was heavier on the Christmas Tree Farm, was definitely kind of more the dominant scent in this blend, but I love her Autumn Equinox. It smells so good. And I know Beach Nights has been that like scent that I was like in love with, kind of tired myself out of it, kind of stayed away from it, but now I'm starting to enjoy it again and just slowly incorporating it back into some scents I'm buying, but in blends, so I don't overdo it again. But I do have Autumn Equinox in my, if you watched my haul from Dessa's, my recent haul from Dessa's, which I think was the last video I posted, I got Autumn Equinox blended with like a strawberry bakery. Oh my God, it smells so good on cold. I can't wait to melt that one. But this one was really good too. If you're looking for a really good, nice woodsy tree type scent with like a little bit of sweetness from that like Beach Nights. It's really, really good. She has a good Beach Nights, I think. I have a handful here where I just finished off singles. Let me grab kind of like, I'm gonna grab all the ones. Oh, you know what? I forgot to finish my bathing garden. I had one clamshell from the bathing garden. This is Pumpkin Mummy. I don't have the scent notes handy. This one was on the lighter side when I melted it. It is kind of like a pumpkin bakery. A little bit of like a caramely note in there, but I put this throughout my open concept. I didn't really smell it that much. I get that every once in a while from some bathing garden clams. So I'm kind of leaning towards just buying the things that I know perform well for me from her. So that is Pumpkin Mummy. Okay, so like kind of some of the single ones I finished. This clam from Rainbow Melts. This is in Valentine's Day. This is pink sugar, strawberry, and sugar cookies. This was poured January 2022. I melted this 2 times in my bathroom here as like a nighttime melt. The strawberry in this is like a really, really sweet strawberry. Kind of almost leans like chapstick kind of strawberry, if you've heard people say that. So this was good, but maybe not like an absolute favorite. I think I would love to see this maybe more with like a pink sugar, strawberry pound cake, and sugar cookie. Something to tone down the sweetness of the strawberry a little bit. Because I do think the strawberry came out the most, but then by morning you get like the pink sugar is like lingering in the air. So great performance. It smelled good, just a little sweet on the strawberry. You can see like the clam turned really yellow from the fragrance oils, but it performed well. This is an oldie but goodie from Vintage Chic Scents. This is Mamma Mia. This is from May 2016. So this sucker is really old. So Mamma Mia is gardenia and coconut cream pie. I think I have it on here, or coconut cream is what it says. So sweet gardenia, coconut cream. Love this scent. And I think I was just kind of like holding on to this and just melting a little bit here and there. Sweet gardenia is the only floral scent that I like love in wax. I absolutely love gardenia in wax when it's blended with coconut cream or coconut cream pie. The Bathing Garden does a similar scent. What does she call it? I can't remember what the Bathing Garden calls it. I don't have any in my collection, but, oh, and even though this is from 2016, super strong. I had a half, so this was like what she used to call her blossom bags. It was filled with different flower shapes. I had a half of her big giant rose left, and I cut that into 3 pieces, put it here in my 2-bedroom warmers and my bathroom warmer. I could smell it in the living room. Like it was taking over whatever I had in the living room. It was so amazing. So I'm sure a lot of that had to do also with just that gardenia fragrance oil. But I have no more of this blend in my collection because obviously no more from VCS, and then the Bathing Garden, I don't have it from her. I'll have to keep an eye out to get it from her as well. But I did sign up for Lavender and Speckles custom order list. So I'm thinking about seeing if I can get a blend like this from her, because I did see she has gardenia. When I was scrolling through her group, she does have gardenia oil. So I just need to see if she has coconut cream pie, and I might do this as a custom because I love it. It's just such a beautiful scent, and the gardenia is not overpowering, although I tended to always melt that in my bedroom bathroom. I think if you put a little bit in a warmer and like your open concept, you could probably get away with doing it in your open concept as well, as long as you just did a little bit so it wasn't overpowering. From Sniff My Tarts, this is another vendor that has closed. This is Sugar Plum Cupcakes and Mrs. Claus Cookies. I really like this one. I melted a few different times. It was like this giant bunch, so I melted it like probably 3 or 4 times, if not more. This was just a nice sweet plum with a sweet bakery. This actually performed quite well. I kind of in the more recent years before they closed, I was kind of getting a lot of hit and miss with their performance. I don't know if that's partially why they closed or kind of what happened, but I love plum, I love bakery and plum scents, so this was good, but since they're closed, obviously not a repurchase. From Ava's Country Cupboard, I finished this kind of brittle bar in Lavender Wishes, which is sweet lavender with vanilla and sugar. So she doesn't have my favorite lavender. Her lavender kind of reminded me a little bit more of like a Johnson & Johnson, like bedtime bath type lavender. I like more herbal lavenders versus like this sweet or powdery lavender. This was pretty. I still enjoyed it, but it's not like my favorite. So I haven't ordered from Ava's, and Ava's goes by Traverse City Wax now. Her wax does perform well. I think, you know, just this year though, I am trying to be a little bit more mindful of who I buy from. I'm not doing a ban, but maybe she's someone I'll circle back to like next year potentially. Okay, and then the last couple that are singles, I finished this scent from Mainstays, one of the 12 Days of Christmas. This is Holiday Gingerbread. It's orange, ginger, and allspice. This was fantastic. So it's these 3 large cubes. I cut each of these in half, put 1/2 in each of my 6 warmers in my open concept. Fantastic throw, smelled really good. It was kind of like an orange spice bakery scent. These aren't as long lasting though in your warmers that you maybe get. Well, I put it in last night probably about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I was in the living room till about 11:30, close to 12. And then I relit my tea light warmers this morning and I could smell it a little bit still. So it's really good. This is definitely one I would look at getting again next year if they were to bring this back. It's not overly spicy. It just has a little bit of that spice note in it. It's really good. Then from Kay's, I actually have this in my living room right now. So I just put it in my open concept, so I can't speak to how it performs, but I'm sure it's doing really well. This is Pumpkin Sugar Donut, which is pumpkin donut rolled in sugar and spices. It's a Bath & Body Works type. It smells like pumpkin sugar donuts. I almost hit my face with the front of the clam. It smells really good. I'm sure it's performing well out there. I'll have to go out and see how it's doing, but I'm sure it's doing well. Okay, so a couple more clams. These are large clams. So these are Swan Creek Candle Co. I have not purchased from them in a while. These are both from 2018, and I have a handful. I probably have another like 8 in my collection that are mostly all partially used. I got, so these 2 that I finished, this first one is Mary Mary Milkshake. I only had 1 square left. This is kind of like a berry milkshake type scent. It's not my favorite. I think that's why I kind of still just had it in my collection, even though I got it in 2018. It performs well, but it was much lighter now. It performed a lot better back when I first got it. But that, like, the milkshake scent in here, just not a favorite scent for me. So this is not something I'd repurchase. but when it was a little bit newer, it did do well. Their wax is 100% soy, so it does get a little crumbly around the edges. Just soy wax, as it ages, it does get crumbly. It also tends to get like a frost on it, but that's just like the soy wax. When vendors, like if you use 100% soy. But I do really like their company. So I'm trying to finish up what I have in my collection because I did just order from them. And so I want to make room for the new items that are coming in. So anyhow, so this one, if you like that kind of like berry milkshake type scent, you might like this one. Their wax generally performs really well for me. The other one that I finished is this Mistletoe Kiss. I only had 1.5 pieces left in here, so I just threw those in my office. Again, this is one I'll have to go see how it does, but this is actually a really nice, beautiful Christmas tree scent. The scent notes are actually cranberry, mulberry, bayberry, and spruce. Yeah, you get kind of like a spiced berry with like tree. It's really pretty. So, it is a heavy tree note on this one. I'd say it's more tree than anything. This is maybe a repurchase come this next, you know, Christmas, or maybe in a couple Christmases. So, but I was inspired to place my order because of Catherine King. She posted a recent haul from them, and I was like, oh yeah, I have some scents that are favorites of mine from them. So I got on their website. They pretty much had all of my favorites, so I placed an order. Okay. Next is Lavender and Speckles. I finished 2. This first one is Pumpkin Snickerdoodles. This is pumpkin souffle blended with fresh snickerdoodles, fresh from the oven. I put this basically through my whole open concept. The performance on this one was just okay. It was weird because I was sitting in the living room, and when I was sitting down on my sofa, could not smell it, even though there was literally a tea light warmer like right next to me on the little end table next to the sofa. But when I stood up, I could smell it. So it was weird. It very much like floated up higher. And most wax that I melt, when I have the tea light next to me, I can smell it like really strong, you know? So the performance of this one was okay. Probably not a repurchase. It did smell good, but nothing that I was like, oh my gosh, I need more. Then the other one I melted is Calm Beach Nights. This is a blend of Calm and Wild, which is sweet lavender and icy vanilla woods, and Beach Nights. Loved this one. You definitely get more of the icy vanilla woods. I didn't realize there was lavender in it until I'm reading it again right now. I probably realized it when I threw it in the warmer, but you really do get the icy vanilla woods. The sweet lavender, I don't know if that adds like a little bit of a lavendery scent to it. I didn't notice it specifically. The Beach Nights is not very distinguishable in this. It gives this scent a sweetness, but it's not like I could be like, oh, that's Beach Nights I'm melting. It was really just like a sweet iced vanilla woods. I really, really, really love this one. This is definitely a repurchase. If she includes it in her February scent list, I'll either get it in a large bag, or whenever I get called up for my custom order, I would get this in a large bag. Loved it. And the performance was good. Okay. I have 2 scent shots from Swanky. Swanky is another one that I do need to start focusing on some of her wax because I have an order coming. It's not huge, but it does include a handful of loaves, and my Swanky drawer is full. So I need to try melting through some of my Swanky stuff to make some room. But the first one here is Falling in Love Cozy Mittens. I don't have the exact scent notes for this, but I feel like there is like a pumpkin pecan waffles blend and then like a strawberry pound cake blend, and they're blended together. This comes off as just kind of a nice pumpkin pecan waffle bakery. Yeah, so it was good. I enjoyed it. I cut it into 3 pieces and put it in my bedroom bathroom warmers. I think I might have that one in a loaf too, potentially. Then I have the scent shot of Balsam and Cedar. I have never melted this before. I think this is a Yankee candle dupe. It's balsam, cedarwood, and juniper berry. This is from November 2021. This sucker was strong. So beautiful. So beautiful. It's like this sweet, kind of balsamy scent. Not sugary sweet, but just a little bit of like a sweet kind of pine, right? With that cedarwood. Oh my God, the cedarwood in this is amazing. Yeah, so beautiful. I would definitely get this scent again. If this is truly a Yankee dupe, I've never tried the Yankee candle version, so I have no idea how similar it is, but I like that one. I wouldn't want to get that in a loaf because it is, I don't think it's something I could like melt every day, but I would get this in like a small size from her. Okay, I have quite a bit of L3 here. This is a long video. That's what happens when I go 2 weeks. So I finished this mini, what is it called? Bitty Betty in So Fetch. This is strawberry pound cake. Today is October 3rd. And today's October 3rd is Palo Santo, what is it, like toasted marshmallow and something else I can't remember. Everyone knows what today is October 3rd is. Love that scent, particularly love it with blends. Love it with strawberry pound cake. Fantastic blend. This is from 2021. Still had great performance. Just sweet, a little bit of that Palo Santo, a little bit of the strawberry in the bakery. Loved it. Then I finished a couple of samples that I probably put them in my laundry room. I don't remember them. Peanut butter brown sugar pound cake and cupcakes at Tiffany's VHS tapes. I don't remember either of those. So I finished this Trig Tart in Whoville. This is pink sugar marshmallow cookies. This was just a beautiful pink sugar bakery. I love pink sugar bakery. I am starting to melt more pink sugar bakery at night again because I absolutely love it as a nighttime melt. So this was good. Great performance. Just nice, soft pink sugar with a little bit of sweetness from the marshmallow and the cookies. Okay, so I have a handful here of those chunk squares that she used to do. Can't remember exactly what she'd call them. And some of these were partial. So like this first one here was orange juice cake, mandarin tiki, and satsuma. And this was just like an orange, slightly bakery type scent. This is good, but this is from 2021, January 2021. So definitely feel like after the 2-year mark with some of L3, you kind of start losing some of that scent oil in them, probably depending on the packaging. Like, I mean, you're not going to prevent the oils from seeping into the bags, right? So I could smell this. It was good, but it wasn't like super strong. I do like orange bakery. I think it's not really the season for it. I think I was just trying to melt through some of these. I also melted clementine, which is again, just kind of like a citrus, right? An orange citrus. Again, it was good. Nothing that I felt like, oh, I really need more of, but these were all in mystery bags and I'm just trying to get through them. I finished this La Llorona. This is Seaside Cotton, Rainstorm, and Forest Air. I had like a few little chunks left of this that I kept putting in my laundry room. This is actually a very pretty scent for the laundry room. Yeah, I can't really smell too much of it anymore in the bag. I don't really buy scents distinctly for the laundry room, so I don't know if I would pick this up again. Maybe in like a puppy pack down the road. This year I'm not planning on buying from L3 because I have so much L3. If you watched my wax collection video, you saw how many drawers I have of L3. But maybe down the road a small portion because this is just beautiful for the laundry room. And then the last one here, this I actually got from my sister. It's not dated. She had chopped it up, so it was like kind of crumbly left, crumbly chunks left in the bottom. This is Golden Sands, Hawaiian Tropic, and Bora Bora. I couldn't really smell much of this one. Like even in the bag, it's very, very light. So I know this is at least a few years old. I think the last few times I put it just in the laundry room, I could smell it a little bit, but not real strong. But I do love L3. Those are just ones I was like trying to get out of my collection because they are old. So from Second and Spruce, I finished 3 items. This first one here is candy cane cookies, a scent shot and candy cane cookies, and then it's peppermint sticks and sugar cookies. This is from November 2023. Fantastic. I melted this one last night here in my bedroom bathroom for my nighttime melt. Oh my God, it smells so good. This is like the perfect amount of the like nose clearing peppermint, but with that sweet sugar cookie. It's so good. There has to be like marshmallow or vanilla. I don't know if maybe the peppermint sticks has vanilla in it. It's so good because it's like creamy peppermint. It's just enough to clear out your nose a little bit without being overpowering. Super, super strong. I have another scent shot of this, but this is definitely something I would want to get in like maybe one of her mini loaves or a tub. It's fantastic. I had this mystery melt from her. It was just a couple, like 2 little squares from like a snack bar. So it's just a mystery melt. Doesn't say what it was, but it definitely had sweater weather in it. So if there was anything else besides sweater weather, like it smells like it could have like a faint berry or a faint sweetness of something, but it's pretty much like 90% sweater weather with maybe just a little sweetness of something. I melted this twice in my laundry room, 1 little cube, super strong. It was coming out into the kitchen, down the hallway, all of that stuff. So I would definitely look for sweater weather scents from her this next fall winter season. I think I might have a scent or two from her with sweater weather in it. This next one was one of her like little snap bars. This is Fall in Love. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, birthday cake, glazed donut, cinnamon and sugar. So this was good. Pumpkin pecan waffles is just not like a super favorite of mine. I probably just need to train myself to stop buying them. I do enjoy them, but they're not favorites. So when I melted this, good performer. I wouldn't say this was not like, a lot of her wax is 10 out of 10. This one was probably more of like an 8 out of 10. It was good. It was definitely like predominantly pumpkin pecan waffles, but it was like muted a little bit with the birthday cake, glazed donut, cinnamon and sugar. But you didn't get a lot of the cinnamon sugar, just a little bit. So it was good, but probably not a repurchase for me just because I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin pecan waffles. So if you love pumpkin pecan waffles, this is a good one. I have a couple items here that I finished from Candles from the Keeping Room. I'm getting down to the end. So I finished this bag of orange cranberry muffin. I don't have the scent notes on here, but it's basically like, it was like a sweet orange, sweet cranberry, and then that muffin was kind of like an almond, had like an almond bakery note to it. This is nice and strong, definitely had that like almond bakery undertone, which I really did enjoy. Good scent. I don't know, I think I might have one more bag of that in my collection potentially. Then the other one I finished was English marmalade and scones. This was definitely more of like a true like orange marmalade, where it's you get a little bit of that like punch from like the rind, you know, that's in the marmalade, and then a little bit of a bakery note from the scone. This was really good. This definitely leans more kind of like a fall winter type orange bakery versus like a summer orange bakery. So really did enjoy this one. I don't think I have more of this in my collection, but I'd have to look at my like my wax, you know, inventory to see for sure. I finished a couple things from Sassy Girl Aroma. I have this Scent Shot Candy Crush. I don't have the scent description. It's just kind of like a sweet scent. I put this in my laundry room. I feel like I got it a little bit, just like a little bit of a sweetness in the air, but couldn't really tell that much from that one. Then I finished this Brittle Bar. Yeah, Brittle Bar, My Wish for Christmas. This is compared to Christmas Wish from Yankee Candle. So it's lemon, orange, cedarwood, and pine, all wrestled in a warm, rich vanilla cookie. So it's a very unique Christmas tree type scent because it is a cookie and a tree. But you get like that lemon and orange and cedarwood just gives that tree note, like such a unique tree note. I really do love this scent, but it is, if you've never had this, it's good, but it's very unique from your typical tree scent because of that lemon, orange, and cedarwood in it. So I do really like this one though. And it's a fantastic performer, nice and strong. And then I have two from Glitterati. I think these are both from my custom order. So this first one here is Marshmallow Fireside, Warm Vanilla Sugar, and Christmas Woods. When I first got this one on cold, I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. I tucked it away and then I pulled it out and I felt like it didn't smell the same as when I first got it. And I felt like it was more of just like the Christmas Woods. Like I don't know if her Warm Vanilla Sugar is different than the Bath & Body Works type, because on Warm I felt like I wasn't really getting the Warm Vanilla Sugar. I felt like I was getting the Christmas Woods, but it was more just like a fresh woodsy scent, and I don't feel like I was getting much of the Marshmallow Fireside. So this one ended up I ended up not loving it as much as I did on cold when I first got it. It was good, but not, you know, originally I was like, oh my gosh, I want a loaf of this, but after it sat for a little bit, I was kind of like, meh. So we'll see. There's other scents I love from her, so that's fine. This next one here is a Mysterious Fog Rolls In, and this is blackberry, cedar, sweater weather, and a hint of pink chiffon. This one I just put in the other night. I put it throughout my open concept. So good, so good. You mostly get the sweater weather. Sweater weather is just such a strong scent. It overpowers everything else. This smells like the Bath & Body Works type, and I think that this is like 85% sweater weather. And then you just got a hint of the pink chiffon, a hint of the blackberry. Like I feel like you could tell like There was a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of a berry, but it was mostly sweater weather. But this was a really nice performer and nice and strong. So that's probably something else I would get again, just recognizing that it's mostly sweater weather. So good, good. And that's everything. I know this was like a long video. I got through a lot, really kind of enjoying my wax. I'm still in the mood because it's been cold. We had like a week and a half of like snow and ice. Now we've had a week of rain. So I still really am enjoying those nice winter scents and tree scents and heavy bakery and stuff like that. But at some point the next few weeks, I'm going to start focusing on some of the vendors that I have orders coming in for so that I can make room for them, because my wax is so nicely organized, but it's at capacity. So you might see like in the coming weeks, heavier focus on certain vendors or whatever to kind of make some room. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're all doing okay. Definitely let me know down below. I'd love to hear kind of how your melting has been going. Are you still doing kind of winter scents? Does that include tree scents? Are you still doing any fall scents? I know a lot of people are like over apple and over pumpkin, but there's definitely a lot of like good bakery scents still out there, I feel like, that don't necessarily smell like apple or pumpkin, that are great to melt this time of year. But let me know kind of what you're craving. Are you starting to get into the summer mood or the spring mood? I'm not quite there from a wax perspective, but probably in another month or so, I think I'm going to start craving those like more spring, summer type scents. We'll see. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.